Hi folks! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're diving into sustainable investing, making money while making a difference. You won't believe what I discovered when I tried to explore this topic. Let's get started. For years, the science has been unambiguous. Even traditionally conservative institutions like the International Energy Agency have now come to the same conclusion. There can be no more new fossil fuel resource research or development if we want to keep global warming to levels that are even vaguely safe. In addition, all nations have promised to work toward reducing greenhouse gas emissions by half by 2030. All of this is to suggest that the fossil fuel business is in decline because it is the primary driver of the global climate disaster, which is endangering everyone and everything we hold dear. In the meantime, the businesses and sectors developing the climate crisis solutions will expand rapidly over the coming years and decades. In the coming decades, this will surely be one of the greatest macro trends, if not the biggest. Nevertheless, despite the fact that a sizable majority of individuals wish to make sustainable investments and contribute to this, few really do. Instead, the average person invests roughly 20% of their retirement funds in the economy's carbon-intensive sectors, 8% of those funds especially in fossil fuels, and substantially less in climate change mitigation. Having so much invested in a declining business not only represents a significant values misalignment for most people, but it's also risky financially. Sustainable investing, what is it? By converting investor funds into investment opportunities with risks that correspond to anticipated rewards, traditional investing creates value. To improve long-term results, sustainable investing integrates conventional investing with environmental, social, and governance-related (ESG) knowledge. The evolution of investing can in many respects be understood as including sustainable investing. Participants in the sector are beginning to realize that some ESG factors have an economic impact, particularly over the long term, and that it is crucial to take these variables into account. Three essential components of sustainable investing are: sustainable investment adds to asset management theory and does not mean that fundamental ideas are disregarded. By incorporating ESG factors, sustainable investing creates deeper understandings of how value will be created in the future. Diverse stakeholders are taken into account in sustainable investing, in line with how businesses are evolving. What are a few sustainable investment examples? There are many different investments that fall under the category of sustainable investments when viewed in accordance with the environmental, social, and corporate governance (ESG) framework. For the majority of individuals, the first thing that probably comes to mind is an industry that supports good environmental practices, whether it is by utilizing more renewable energy sources or by reducing air and water pollution. Sustainable investing, however, can also involve making investments in businesses that promote human rights campaigns or a more moral corporate culture. How leading investors integrate sustainability? The manner in which savvy investors incorporate sustainability. One pattern emerges from an analysis of the experiences of prominent institutions. Sustainable investing is more efficient when its main operations are integrated into current processes rather than executed in parallel. Since sustainable investing practices are modifications of conventional investment strategies, deep integration is easily attainable. How and why should you invest in sustainability? The demand on investment companies to adopt the sustainable investing model is increasing as interest in sustainable investing continues to soar. The alternative of maintaining the status quo leaves the investment business vulnerable to decline in a time when the industry is confronted by increased end client and regulatory demands as well as difficult economic conditions. The industry's leadership and innovation in investing theory and practice, as well as data management, will be crucial for the next stage of development. Future prospects are incredibly promising if these are present. What effect does sustainable investing have? In a sense, it goes without saying that moving your assets away from fossil fuels and towards sustainable ones is a good idea. It's like casting a vote with your money. Here are a few examples of how it matters. 1. When enough individuals abandon fossil fuels, their stock price falls and their cost of capital rises. Additionally, these corporations face a real danger from the $40 trillion in assets under management that have made a divestment commitment, which encourages them to not stink so much. 2. The corporations leading on climate and constructing climate solutions see their stock prices rise and their cost of capital decline as more individuals put their money into sustainable options. This enables them to grow their business and spread out additional climate solutions. 3. If you talk about it, changing your investments can help shift the narrative, boost confidence, and create momentum for a sustainable future. It influences how individuals perceive what is feasible, prudent financially, and where the world is going. Early-stage businesses developing climate solutions may also be able to garner greater funding as a result of investors' perception that the sustainability industry is valued highly by the stock market. These kinds of narrative and cultural changes are more difficult to quantify, but they can have profound influence on all decision-makers in policy and investment. Why is sustainable investing important? The demand from millennials and impact investors concerned with ethical investment, or backing businesses with inherent values that create a positive impact and promote change, has led to an increase in the popularity of sustainable investing. Companies are encouraged to adopt sustainable practices by sustainable investing, which can result in long-term social and financial rewards. The triple bottom line, or the idea that corporations should measure their social and environmental impacts in addition to their financial performance and pursuit of profit, is an embodiment of this concept. Encouragement of sustainable business practices encourages the development of mission-driven companies that have positive social and environmental effects beyond just providing goods or services. Furthermore, sustainable business practices are frequently used to find solutions to major global problems like climate change. Learning about sustainable investment methods will help you decide where and when to invest based on your values and market trends. For instance, some investors are under rising pressure from asset owners to focus more on sustainability as companies are encouraged to be sustainable. Strategies for sustainable investing. Although the majority of sustainable initiatives have the same ultimate objectives, not all investors have the same driving forces. In order to invest sustainably, corporate executives can use a number of tactics, such as negative/exclusionary screening. Using ESG criteria, excludes certain industries, businesses, or practices from a fund or portfolio. Positive/class-leading screening includes investments in industries, businesses, or projects that are chosen from a defined universe based on their superior ESG performance versus that of industry peers. Making sustainable investment decisions. You must conduct study before making any ESG-based investments. Many experts and organizations release annual best of lists for the top-rated ESG equities as a starting point, which can assist you in finding investments that suit your strategy. In order to avoid picking investments manually, you may alternatively choose funds. By entering ESG into their screening tools, brokerages frequently have ESG-focused funds available. Consider robo-advisors that provide sustainable investment portfolios if you'd want a more directed and slightly less do-it-yourself investing strategy. Be aware that ESG rules differ amongst advisors and that automated investing may incur costs. Working with an ESG financial advisor, who takes into account and incorporates your whole financial portfolio and personal goals into your investment accounts, is an alternate option. You might gain from having specialized investing techniques and a professional handling your investments, despite the minor price premium. Sustainable investing's future. Sustainable investing is anticipated to gain popularity as more investors become aware of how their investment dollars help or harm the causes they care about. Likewise, businesses will feel pressure to raise their ESG scores in order to attract investment capital and favorable media attention. An online course on sustainable investing can be an effective way to swiftly pick up the knowledge and skills you need for success, whether you're a business leader concerned about sustainability or an individual investor who wants to make better educated decisions. As the demand for sustainable investment methods has skyrocketed and as proof of the advantages of investing with ESG considerations in mind has accumulated, the sustainable investing market has expanded dramatically. The adoption of sustainable investment strategies is being led by some of the top institutional investors in the world. Regardless of where they begin, the majority of large funds are working to develop their sustainable policies and processes. Our conversations with institutional investors demonstrate that while some are having difficulty defining their strategy and effectively utilizing ESG-related data and insights, this doesn't always have to be the case. The sustainability of investing depends on sustainable investing. You will be able to satisfy customer needs and provide value more successfully with new abilities, mindsets, and methods. Well, that's all we have for you today. If you gain knowledge from this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more content like this. Thanks for watching.